Bobby? No, I'm not kidding. I'm right here in town. Out at the airport. I'm on my way to Calgary. No, a business trip. Well, I was going to write to you and let you know, but I'm only here for a 25-minute stopover, and I don't want you coming all the way from the house from... No, I haven't seen Andy lately. Well, this is a big city, and I just haven't seen him for a couple of months or so. No, he looked fine. I thought, same old Andy. Anyway, Mom, I just want to let you know that Irene and the kids are doing fine. Irene? My wife! You've got grandchildren, Mom. You've got Sandy, Missy, and Muppy. And they all send you hugs and kisses, Mom. Yes, as far as I know, Mom, the same address. No, he hasn't moved. What makes you think he's moved? I'll try. Okay, I promise. But he's a big boy. I can't tell him how to run his life. But I'll have a talk. I can't this week, Mom, because I'm on my way to Calgary. We're opening a new branch and... Mom, I know you worry. Look, you're getting all worked up for... He's happy. He's got his life. Well, he's probably happy. Well, he could be. No one's happy all the time. Jeez, I gotta go. Bye, Mom.
Attention all passengers on flight 497. Because of bad weather conditions.
Shoot! 2 hours! This is a catastrophe! I am anticipating!
Intolerable, not to be tolerated. Surely there's respect what's tolerant. Oh dear, what next? First I handle my suitcase where it's just snacks and two, and now?
Hey, this gotta be. I mean, we put a guy on the moon, but we can't put a guy on a
This is an outrage. The committee will hear about this, heads will roll, and I intend to file a formal report.
A refund, maybe.
An apology for
Shocking
no?
inconvenience.
Yeah, sort of like shocking.
I'm going to insist on a meal voucher.
Or a drink, Lieutenant.
Sherry. A dry sherry. Gee, a cup of coffee would sure go down. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. All the delay. The airline has authorized, I am happy to say, a cup of coffee for each and every inconvenient passenger.
Well, I should hope so.
Hey, great.
Magnificent.
Hey, you know, there's nothing like the smell of coffee.
That's for sure.
Oh, that's so bon.
Fresh aroma.
The best smell on this earth.
Well, there are some people, and I believe I'm one, who holds the opinion that the best smell on this earth is...
Yes.
It is only my opinion of counts. But perhaps you have on occasion walk through a virgin forest, no? Early in the morning, after a little fall of rain, is, I would say, the perfume of nature, the aroma of earth, an experience that unraveled in this world.
Yeah, man.
Personally, I can't help remembering, well, I do expect this is going to sound absurd, but I do distinctly remember from my childhood the smell of liver and bacon
I
pie.
beg your pardon?
Oh, this is during the war years, a time of courage and deprivation. We had strict rationing, so many ounces of meat per week. A difficult time, you've no idea. But we came to appreciate small things, humble things. And one day, a cold, damp day, January, I believe, I returned from my school. I was 12, 13, a child really. I let myself in the door and at once was struck by a veritable gale of sensation. Liver and bacon. My mother stood in the kitchen with a meat fork in hand. She was like a priestess. And from the smoking fry pan beside her came a smell that has always seemed to me to be supreme in the world of smells. A kingly smell. I don't expect any of you to understand.
I guess you kind of had to be there.
My father was a man of simple but severe taste, a traditionalist in the finest sense. We were far from being affluent, but made do with countless small economies. But a single luxury was permitted. My father's white shirts were sent to be laundered, 7 shirts every week. No, on second thought, it was 6. He made his Friday shirt due on Saturday as well. Wonderful man. Well, as a boy, I was given the task of fetching his shirts from the laundry. The laundry, they no longer exist, was tiny, crowded, steamy, and the smell. How could I describe it?
The smell of cleanliness, scorched cotton, starch, bleach.
I also know of this ever smell.
Hey, me too in a way.
That smell held both the security of the present and the possibilities of the future. Dignity and tradition, comfort and order. The finest smell in the world.
I kind of know what you mean, but...
But what, my boy?
Sure, clean smells are great, but sometimes.
Go on.
I played a little hockey. Oh, a lot of hockey. I played when I was, 4 years old, something like that. My dad took me down to the rink, and there I was, thinking I was going to be a star. Like for the Blackhawks or something.
It's the most interesting game, this hockey.
When they go out of their skates, they take them to their second-hand shop, but my dad, he saved my old ones. He's kind of...
Sentimental?
Like that sentimental. Anyway, he's got this old cardboard box stacked in the basement full of my old stinky little hockey skates. Up to the size 12 you wore provincials. Anyway, the smell of old hockey skates is the smell of all smells.
You know, what I love is the smell of a party. Going to a party when you first get there. You stand in the hall, and it's partly cold and partly warm, and you can smell all the boots lined up there, and there's a sort of chip and dip breeze blowing into the living room, and cologne and aftershave.
Once. Well, my husband, he's traveling. He's a consultant. He goes all over the place, all over the world. And usually he comes home with a suitcase just chock full, just bulging dirty socks and underwear and stuff. I open it up and phew. Well, last, he went to Mali. That's in Africa, where they speak the French language.
That is true.
Well, he got home and I opened up his suitcase expecting to see the same old bunch of dirty socks and underwear. But what I didn't know was he'd had it all washed there at the hotel. They washed up by hand, he said, and hang it out on the bushes at the back of the hotel to dry. I couldn't believe it. What my nose was smelling. It was
The smell of purity.
Fresh linen, nothing like it.
No, it wasn't that. It was that, and more. I buried my nose in all those clean, white, folded up clothes. And I realized all of a sudden, what my nose was smelling, it was Africa. I could smell Africa.
Excellent, hey, that's the
Smell
smell.
of cold metal, water pipes, swings in the park. Go on.
A nice new newspaper, right?
Or an old newspaper, peanut butter when you first open it, when you zip that anything you have to work out to open. Like when you have to work and get this score. A person with the new haircut smells great. Sort of crisp like hasn't been slept in. It hasn't been slept in and or baked in.
Your sister, when you bring them down from the attic.
But the best smell, are you listening? The best smell is a combination of smells. Like brandy and wet wool, like when you come in for me.
How did you cooking that?
Erasers, wow, and dirty lockers and jeans.
But I find so amazing. Each of the smell. It's all on.
Flight 432 for Calgary is now ready to board. Will passengers for Calgary please go to gate 3?
If you will follow me, please.
I'm so cold.
Well, hello.
Hello.
I know
You know what?
about it. I know all about it. Everything there is to know. I know.
It?
Why you're so busy every night?
Oh.
I don't see how expecting you not to find out something like this. Keep this a secret from me.
I didn't want to hurt you. I knew you wouldn't be able to understand.
How could I not understand?
Do you remember? That night at the Japanese restaurant.
As if I could ever forget that night.
You remember? We were talking and everything was going so... And then you told me what you thought about women.
Go on.
You told me what you thought about women training for their pilots papers, about women having no place in the air.
In the cockpit is what I said. The cockpit.
Exactly.
You're the best flight attendant working for this airline. And now all of a sudden you
This is
want all
something
this...
I've always wanted.
But why?
This is my dream, and I was hoping maybe you might share it with...
Why did that come? Just when? Why must you?
You've got a few minutes, honey.
I know.
Unless you'd rather go through now.
Not unless...
Unless what?
I mean, there's no need for you to stick around. These farewells are so... phony. No one knows what to say.
Well, maybe they do.
They don't say it.